All of this week, some of us at World News are taking you with us back home, back where people we know and love are finding solutions, American solutions in this economy. First, David Muir, who grew up in Syracuse, New York, taking us to his hometown.
My journey back through the hills that line Syracuse, New York, that's me in kindergarten. And believe it or not, that's me camera shy. And these are images of a time gone by, the parades, the flags, carried through downtown Syracuse. As you drive through the city now, the factories that once fueled the economy, factories like Syracuse, China, at its height 1,200 workers. Last year, the last of the jobs went overseas. Tim Laux among them.
They think they can fool the rest of the world into believing that they're still making Syracuse, China, but yet it's made in China.
And we found this everywhere.
The TV station I wrote to when I was 12 years old, my parents would bring me here to intern, got my first job here, and look what sits out front now. Nothing but a giant for sale sign.
A long ways from those early days I remember here, that TV jingle.
You've got the spirit, say you're from Syracuse.
Take your curse.
That spirit 20 years ago, bruised, but not gone here. So many laid off workers now sitting at computers. Of the 13,000 who have finished this program, 60% have been hired.
You absolutely tell them all is not lost.
And we found proof. First, Scott Gray, his 20-year factory job went to China. He feared his skills were worthless.
I didn't know where I'd use them, I was scared.
But one Syracuse company didn't see it that way. They refurbish office computer networks and phones. And now, they're refurbishing laid-off workers.
These folks are left with, what am I going to do?
You actually pay to train them.
We do. We bring them right on.
We found so much of this reinvention, even during a visit to my sister.
You're not supposed to have to tug too much.
Selling heirloom vegetables, in this economy she discovered few wanted to trek to the farm. So she brought the farm to them.
They don't have to come to the farm. That's the one thing we took out of it for them.
And on this day, her kid brother tries to pack the bags.
Are those yams?
They look like a yam. It's confusing.
I have failed.
They're
laughing
may
over
call
here.
it yams.
A steep learning curve, but the lessons are everywhere, even my old high school.
Am I late for class?
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
Nearly all told me they have a parent who's lost a job or fought to keep one. David Dwyer's mother lost hers.
Well, I sort of learned from her that you had to be diverse in everything you do.
We discovered it's no longer, what will I be when I grow up?
How many of you are thinking about multiple things you could do when you grow up?
A lesson playing out even on our way out of town. The student carrying this book, Tim Laux, the worker who once held onto that Syracuse China, now hoping for his second chance. David Muir, ABC News, Syracuse.